Hi, Jody Marketplace Boutique. Today we have an online auction haul and I'm going to show you how to buy them, where to find them, and how much they're currently being sold for. Okay, so here are the auction boxes that I bought. And I used to buy all my things at a thrift store, different thrift stores around town. However, I do not live in a big city, and I was having problems with people getting really mad that I was buying things. And they actually would tell me to leave the store, or they would tell me I can't buy anything that's currently in season. And that's my assistant, Miss Susan. So I had to find a different way to source. And that is how I figured out how to just buy from other places and just pick them up, or they get shipped to me. Sorry about the dog. What are you doing, baby? What are you looking at? And I'm going to open them and find out what they are. I kind of know some of them, but when I bid on them, I kind of just put a bid in and walked away. And I was too tired at the end of the day, and I had too many packages to just keep, bidding and stuff. And I should have kept bidding, but this week I did not. I did not buy much. Okay, so here we go. So here we have a tray of photographs, and I think they're local photographs, and some of them have some, marks on them and stuff. So I'll look them up and I'll try to attach how much they're worth, so you can kind of get a good idea of the current market values or what things have been selling for within the past couple years or year or so. And always look, on all sides to see if there are any markings. Like they'll be here and there's one there. And sometimes on the back, I try to identify them, or at least where these people are from. And I love photographs, so this is kind of really fun and interesting to me. Don't pay attention to the nail. I did not get them done. I cut part of my finger off this week on a scissors. So needless to say, it did not happen. Okay, here's another one. A nice handsome man. And I don't know a lot about photographs. I used to sell them a long time ago, and people on eBay were messaging me, and they weren't the nicest to deal with, so I stopped selling them. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to let people bully me, and I'm going to do what I want. So at this stage in my life, I do what I want. Oh, how adorable is this? Oh, and it just broke. Every time I show you something, I break something. Oh, maybe it was broke. I don't know. So that's from Allegan, Michigan. So I'll definitely make a copy for the local historical society and give them a copy of that too. They have definitely helped me out in my genealogy search, and that is something that I'm really passionate about in my free time. I like to do. And actually, this looks like somebody in my family, which is interesting. But it's marked California, so probably not. But I just thought this would be fun to list and look at. I really like to look at stuff like that. California. And this one has some names on the back. So that's really neat. And I love each and every photo. I love to look at all the little details. I do have a reference book that I go with, and then I can look on here and see the date line of people by looking at their jewelry, their buttons, how big their collar is, and how they wear their hair. Also, this probably means something, because that's interesting that she's holding that. So I'll have to see. It's been a while since I have dove into that book and looked. but I would think with all these little clues in the way that she's dressed, I'll be able to figure that out. And then this is nice. It says on the back, this one's from Ohio. Here's a cute little family. Oh, I love babies. I love baby photographs. They're just adorable. I mean, if I found something like this of my family, I would be so excited. And this is obviously very old. You know, I mean, off the hand, I'm going to guess like early 1900s probably. This is Grand Rapids, Michigan. Oh, how sweet is that? This just makes my heart so happy. I would say, I don't know if Catholics have like a profession of faith, but I assume it's like that kind of age where it's like 12 years old and it looks like she's holding a little Bible. She has a cross on. I'm going to say late 1800s, early 1900s, just by what she's wearing. Very cute. Oh, I love that. And a lot of times with historical societies, this one's from Robinson Studios. Now, all these came from probably the same person at the auction. How sweet is that? You should be able to slide that through and see if you can find a name on the back. I love these little cabinet cards. They're so sweet. It's a lot of old photos I have that are not in these cabinet cards. They have a lot of fingerprints on them, and they get really worn and silvery. This one's from Grand Rapids. Oh, that's cute. I would say probably, I'm going to say this one's probably 1940s. So, and then again, there's no marking on the back, and I'll pull that apart later. Oh, how cute. So this looks to me like a graduation symbol. I've seen those before on graduation. So she's probably like 18, maybe 16. A lot of them did not finish high school, or high school ended really early. A lot of times they only went up to the 8th grade. So I'm going to say this one. I'm going to say that's like at the early 1900s. And no markings on the back. Very cute. This one also to me looked like a relative. And I thought, well, maybe, who knows, maybe I'll find, you know, a local auction house that will sell family photos. You never know. So when I find photos around here, I usually do try to pick them up. It looks like there is some discoloration, creasing. Oh, that's interesting. You can see here there was another photo that was laid on there and then it bled through. Huh. Oh, that's too bad. I wonder if the photo is actually in here. Never actually seen that happen before. And here you can see that silvering type of photograph. And sometimes if you touch it with your fingerprints, which you never want to do, you could actually make a stain on it. Now, yeah, this one looks really good. It's been in the card. Loads of love, Leona. Oh, that's so sweet. And she's got a cute little necklace on. I would say this one's probably 1920s. Here is a really big cabinet card. This one's from Lansing, Michigan. So they're kind of all over, and she has on, well, she's got a really pretty outfit on, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking by what she's wearing, it's probably around 1910-ish, early 1900s. Although when I look at her hair, that pretty much looks like the 20s to me. So I'm going to guess probably 1910, 1920 on this. This one's in rough shape, but what a nice photograph of somebody's family. These might be the youngest boys in the family. They look a little older to me. Maybe 1910 on this one, I'm gonna guess. There's no markings, unfortunately. Oh, I wish it did have something written on it. The names on something like this, I will price it lower because I don't know who this is. So I'll price it as like an unknown photograph, unfortunately. And who knows, maybe a historical society will see something like this, and I will always give copies to historical societies if they ask. I'm glad to always do that. Sometimes they'll make a cabinet of unknown photos for that area, and then people will research them. And sometimes they'll be able to find a family member. I know I found quite a few like that. Okay, so this one I paid $7, and then the auctioneer will get 25% of that. So an additional 25%, I should say. You know, you really are not paying very much for things. That's why I really like online auctions. You know what you're getting. You can pick them up. Here is a huge box. Well, actually, it was a box of boxes. And, oh boy, they have an address on them. Okay, I'll flip it over this way. These are plates. Now, they had several auctions, and I think I was the only one that actually won them. I could have bid on several boxes and won them each for $5. This one I won for $5. It's 2 stacks. There's quite a few plates in there. But to me, these, you know, I guess it's just a preference. Like, I know I can make money on this, but I get very bored easily. So I'll list these and then I'll want to be done with them. And my husband said, why didn't you buy them all? And, you know, and I probably should have. But I have a boredom factor and I don't want to get bored with my job. I try to list things that I find interesting, I guess. Other people, you know, will find them interesting. These are collectible. People like them. You know, who wouldn't like a kitty cat? If that's what that is. Is that a cat? Or is that a wolf? I don't know. I'm assuming when I pull this apart down here, it'll probably give all the information on the plates. And I probably won't pull all of them out. This one's marked raccoons. The boxes are very dirty. So when I have something like this, I will definitely keep them in the original box. However, I'm going to wrap this in tissue paper, you know, put it, you know, wrap it up good. I'm going to bubble wrap it, and then I'm also going to put other packing materials in there, and then I'm going to put it in another box. A crazy weirdo when it comes to that, just to make sure that everything gets there good, and I don't mind double boxing. And here's a geese print, and that's another commemorative plates made by Dominion, China. That's really pretty. I mean, and here's some more geese. So I'll probably put up a couple comps of just what a couple of these are worth. I don't want to take them all out and separate them. I will list them as I go along separately so I don't get mixed up. And here's some more geese. Here's a wolf plate. It looks very Alaska to me. That's really, I like the colors of that. Now when I do this too, I will just push the sell similar button and I will just keep, you know, going on to the next one. And that's really easy and really, really fast. Here's a little leopard kitty. You definitely want to double box something like this. If it is still sealed in the original seal, I'll probably call it new and then just put new old stock in the descriptions and the title. And then note the conditions of the box, and I'll show everything too. I try to use up all 12 of my photos, because I mean, why not? And sometimes you can use the same photo and just zoom in a little bit closer, you know, like this, and then get the better details. And that can also be a photo, like an extra photo, for sure. This one has geese flying south, right? South, north, south. Canadian geese fly south, yeah. And then here we have some boxes. And then this auction place I go to, it's family owned, and it's a really nice place. Now, this was actually 2 different auction houses, and this one's about an hour away. I really like buying from them. They're very nice, and they really wrap my items really well. Like, when I buy from them, I don't have a problem with artwork coming back to me all scratched up, missing items. I just don't have any of those problems. And I always get my, and look at, they even wrapped them all in these really nice, well, so here's Lenox. Now, I did buy some Lenox pieces to go with some plates that I already have that I just inherited from my mother-in-law, which was really nice. Which, it's funny that this one isn't there. I didn't even really look to see what was in here because I had actually bought her this. So now I have another one, but I'll probably split these up between my kids someday. I do have my own Chinaware, and so someday I'll probably just give them this. I might just keep collecting them, and then they can all have a set, which would be really nice. And some of it will be from their grandma. And I've kind of bought most of her plates anyway. So, but it was something kind of cool that we used at Christmas time. And this is Lenox Holiday. And you can tell by, you know, it'll say on the back, but also it always has that little pattern. So you can tell what it is. And that's what it looks like. If I can focus, let me put it down. There we go. Lenox Holiday. So now this one I spent $14, and this is what I got. I got yeah, some stick people. I haven't looked at those yet, and some different Lenox plates. So this one must be this, $5, and it looks like just some miscellaneous. Okay. A lot of times if I know that I look at one item and I will bid, and I know that I can flip these pieces for way more than that. And usually I'll just pick one item that I want to sell out of that lot, and I know I can make money on it, I'll buy the lot. And sometimes it really doesn't matter what it is. I do love the English plates. I just think they're made so pretty. I love flowers. This is a pink one. Mount Vernon. Very pretty. And I do love stuff like this. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get rid of this one or not. Yeah, I can't see myself really. This is going to get donated. Okay, so I've pulled them out and I put them here to just kind of see them better. Okay, so we've seen the plate already. And then there was these little Lenox pieces. What is this one here? So this says Great America. I have a lot of tea sets. They seem to be coming up with a lot of these for some reason. Walt Disney. This one will go to a local thrift shop. Maybe somebody can use that. Oh, this is why I actually bought this lot. So this is the Cat's Meow. You can tell by the little kitty there. And this is Mackinac Island in Michigan. And I do have quite a few of these. In my office, there's a little ledge to display all my little houses, which I think is cute. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or maybe someday I'll sell them. The Space Needle. And then a little vase. Cute little Lenox dish. There's that label again. Oh, did they say the year? No. I guess I'm making that up. Cat's Meow Church, and you can see the little kitty. They're always wooden. I think they're adorable. This actually came in the original packing in 1994. But so I might kind of pick my favorite ones and then just get rid of the rest. These are very cute. Now, I didn't know what these were, so what is that? Oh, these are Lenox. I'm definitely going to keep these for myself. I don't really have a lot of Thanksgiving decorations. We hardly ever have Thanksgiving here. So I'm just going to enjoy that. I might just set that there and leave it there. A little Lennox candy dish. Here's another little, this could be for candy or whatever, dish. And then I bought another lot. Okay, so I paid $12 for this lot of trinket boxes. And I have not looked at these yet, so this is kind of exciting. This looks vintage or Victorian, but I think it's Victorian style because when I flip it over, that looks newer to me. So I'm gonna say this might be from like the 90s. Oh, this is very sweet, a little dish. I love keeping dishes like this around my home, and I will put like little, if I take off my earrings, you can put earrings in there. It's got a metal top. Very nice. Here's a horse and carriage. That actually looks a lot like my Coach emblem on my purses. Made in occupied Japan, so that's got to be like the 40s. Just a little cute trinket box. It's got like a checkerboard pattern inlay on it. Here is a city scene. I'm gonna have to see if I can Google Lens this and see what exactly this might be. Sometimes if you use your lens, it will tell you where it is, unless it's on the bottom. No, so I'm gonna say this is probably, looks like maybe 60s, 50s. I'm gonna guess probably 50s on that one. It looks just like a postcard. So that was probably a souvenir that somebody picked up along the way. Here is another city scene. And as you can see by the people, if you look at the people in the city, you can usually tell about how old this is, and I would say this is definitely probably 50s. You can tell by their dresses, their purses, and the glasses they're wearing. And this was probably another souvenir that somebody found along the way. It's got a crack. Oh, it's a music box. Oh, that's so sweet. I'll probably make another little video just for that, and then I'll put that on eBay just so people can hear what that sounds like. Then we have this pretty one. Now, I really like this one, so I think this might go in my collection. It's definitely prettier than what my camera shows. It looks like some kind of stone. It's definitely hefty. Oh, okay. Made of alabaster. That's very pretty. And it's making me sneeze. Oh, allergic to, oh, allergic. Oh, so allergic to dust. It's getting me. Okay, and then here's quite a big box. Now this is very worn. It's got some scratching on it, and the varnishing is definitely wore off. It probably sat, I am assuming, sat by a window somewhere, and then just got faded. Oh, that's kind of neat. The padding is kind of gone, but it was padded. I'll definitely have to clean it out, and it has a very strong, like a vintage odor to it, so I'm going to sit it outside for a couple days. I'll probably put a bar of soap in it, and that will usually do the trick. There's a little signature on the back. And unfortunately, I don't know whose this was, but it would be nice to have a last name with that, because also the screws need to be tightened up. So I don't know if I can do that, but I'll definitely try to do that. And then I'm gonna, my little trick for selling stuff like this and making things look really nice is to take a little bit of beeswax, and I get mine from the local hardware store. You could also use like an orange glow or something like that, But if you add a nice beeswax to your finish, it just definitely revamps the wood, and it will make it look like a completely different box. So that's going to be a little bit of a project piece. Not that big deal. It only takes like a minute or two to do. It's more the time to probably air out than anything else and get that smell out of this box. It's not offensive or anything, but it definitely has an old smell to it, and I don't really want to sell anything with the really strong old smell. I wouldn't feel right about that. So here's the last look of all the little goodies. So with all my fees that I paid $53 for everything that I bought, including all the other things that I unwrapped. So I will leave a link below. So towards the end, I'm gonna leave for you how to search for these and find areas near you where you can find online auctions, because they are, they're pretty easy to pick up. Everything's already, and sometimes you'll have to carry them to your vehicle, but it's a really good way to source. I mean, I don't think I could go to Goodwill for sure and buy all this stuff for $50. I already know what I'm getting. I'm not wasting time going to thrift stores, and I definitely enjoy buying from auctions. So thank you for visiting, and I will leave below how you can search in your area to find things like this. All right, everybody, have an awesome day. Bye.